Thank you.
What if Gervonta said, hey, I'll come up to 154. I'll come up to 154 while you talking.
Oh, man.
You go to you'll fight Gervonta at 154?
I wish him the best. That's all I'm gonna say.
Why did they come? Is it because they feel they need to come for the guy that seems like he's on the top right now? And right now, you're the guy on the top, so everybody's taking Ryan Garcia saying Canelo gonna beat Bud.
The moment has finally arrived. Gervonta Davis is making his move and directly challenging Terence Crawford. Tank Davis has openly called out Terence Bud Crawford, and this time there was nothing hidden or confusing about it. He shared a tweet that made his intentions very clear, telling Terence Crawford that their next fight should happen. So the fans can finally see it. This was more than just talk. It was a strong message and a clear challenge. Delivered right after Tank's most recent fight. The timing is crazy and the excitement around it is huge. But before we get into what this challenge could mean for both fighters, we first need to look at the bigger picture, including the talk about Canelo facing Crawford, Tank's tough moments against Roach, and the heated rivalry that has now become very personal. Before any fight between Tank and Bud can even be considered, there is one huge obstacle in front of them. Saul Canelo Alvarez. The matchup is already official and confirmed. Terence Bud Crawford is preparing to move up once again to challenge one of the strongest and most experienced fighters of this generation. Canelo is a serious threat, and this is not some easy payday or exhibition style event. This is a real battle that could shape the legacy of both fighters. But remember, this is Canelo in the ring, a fighter who earned his reputation as one of the most dangerous competitors in boxing. His ability to control moments, his power, and his deep understanding of the sport still place him far ahead of many fighters today.
Spaceman Films. What up, Biz? Who you got? Canelo Crawford.
Yeah.
Got Canelo. I heard the punches that he hit Charlo with. I don't know if Crawford can absorb those punches. I know he's a great man and a great warrior. But you come from 147 to put on a better fight than Charlo. I mean, I don't even know what that means. I don't know if that means that Crawford is so great and he can do that, or that means that Charlo set the bar so damn low that anybody could do better than Charlo did last night.
Do skill really pay the bill? Because that'll be tested.
Skill pays the bill. That's why Canelo's skillful too.
For Bud, this fight will be a serious battle. He already showed his dominance in the welterweight division, but stepping up to challenge Canelo is an entirely different level of competition.
Crawford, Canelo, who you got?
Crawford, Canelo? I still say Canelo.
I got Canelo too.
I still say Canelo. Ring IQ, I believe that Crawford has a bit more.
Yeah.
However, it's just the size difference. I think that where Crawford is lacking is that he should try test the waters even with somebody at that weight class before facing Canelo. But hey, they say he's a dog. He's got shot in the head and drove to the hospital, so maybe that's just his mentality.
Hey, let's see. Only one way to find out till that day comes.
It's the only way, but I definitely think that it's a great fight overall. You know, black and brown is how you get down.
Right.
We will have to wait and watch, because there is only one real way to see how it plays out. When that moment finally arrives, it is the only answer. And overall, it has the potential to be a great fight. Many people see it as a powerful matchup that brings strong energy from both sides. That is just the truth. But history shows that when a smaller fighter jumps to a heavier division, the result is often rough. Think about Kell Brook facing GGG, or Mikey Garcia stepping in with Errol Spence weight. Divisions exist for a clear reason, and Bud may face power unlike anything he has experienced before yet if he manage.
I feel I got the speed over Canelo. I got the reach over him. He might got the size, the power. I got the better skills, boxing skills.
Would it be more of a cat and mouse? The reality is Canelo does put people out, from Kirkland to Amir Khan to just...
Don't do
obviously,
I'm just saying, man.
No, but he's not.
Kovalev was older. He does.
Billy Joe.
Does. Don't get me wrong. He does have a lot of power, but all those guys that you name is not as skillful as me. I'm sorry. No disrespect to none of those fighters. The skill level is night and day.
So how do you see a fight with Canelo though?
It's a tough fight. Canelo is a great fighter. Like, I always had respect for Canelo, but I just believe in my skills. The fact that people doubt me, it just fueled me even more. Try to get the fight even more. And I'm watching him, I'm like, man, I can beat this dude. I've been fighting people bigger than me all my life, and I always came out on top. You gonna get hit. It's a fight. He gonna get hit too. It'll be good.
So why does this situation matter for Tank? The reason is simple. If Bud ends up losing to Canelo, which many people believe could happen, then the excitement for a future Tank and Bud fight would likely fade. Fans usually lose some interest when a fighter is coming off a defeat, especially if the loss is harsh. That is why Tank making the call out right now is a smart move. He is putting the idea out there before Crawford steps into a very tough battle.
How you feel about that fight? Is it even possible at a catch weight?
There ain't no catch weight. You come up to 47.
Not even entertaining a catch weight.
No, I'm not.
He's a champ though too, undefeated.
And what champ? Come on, man, tell me what belt. You know boxing. You forgot Devin Haney is undisputed. Devin Haney got all the belts. He the champ. Nobody else the champ. I'm gonna come up here where the big boys at.
All right, I'll welcome.
When Tank called out Crawford, the internet instantly went crazy. Reporters rushed to cover the story. Social media started blowing up, and YouTube creators were already preparing thumbnails. But the real question is whether this challenge is truly serious or just talk, because the gap in weight is significant. Tank has built his reputation dominating the 130 and 135 divisions, where his speed, power, and sharp style have made him extremely dangerous in those lighter classes.
I'm tell you why he's the best puncher to me. He can punch, but he also can box. You understand me? Some that can box can't punch. Some that can punch can't box. He can box, he can punch, he can move laterally, he can do a left side, right side, he can do whatever he needs to do as a southpaw to get the job done. And that's saying a lot, because not many guys can do that today.
As I'm, like I said, once again, I'm talking to you, the great war George, just correct me if I'm wrong. From his last 4 fights, I think he's gotten better at setting up punches.
But moving up to face, but means stepping into the 147 to 154 pound range that requires Tank to add weight, which could slow him down and put his usual speed advantage at risk.
Gervonta Davis speaking about you. Is that ever a possible fight?
Yeah, if he want to dare to be great, he can be like all the other fighters that moving up 2 weight classes and, you know, daring to be great.
You would fight him,
man. Tell him to come up there.
He got to come to win 54.
He said I got a glass chin, so tell him to come and touch it.
Wow, man. Gervonta said you got a glass.
He said I got a glass chin. Tell him to come and touch it.
At 147?
At 147. I'll make 147 for him.
Ooh, see, oh, man.
You're going to have a pre-camp.
Then what the people going to say? Oh, he's beating up on little guys.
And Crawford is different. He didn't just move up, he excelled. He took on Errol Spence at 147 and dominated his power, stayed strong, his timing improved, and he became even more dangerous. So this isn't Tank facing a bigger, slower opponent. This is Tank facing a bigger opponent who is sharper and stronger than ever.
Tank would never even think about to come up to 154.
All right, what about 47 though?
Yes, if he get to pick his opponent. But Tank would never come from 35 to 54.
Y'all got into it on social media around that time. Is that just you being competitive, like when that happens? Or is it like...
I just really don't like that dude.
Why though?
Cause I just don't like him. Like, I really don't like him. That's like,
just not your cup of tea. That's just not your...
I don't like nothing about him. I just feel like, you know, he just one of these little arrogant little dudes that's using what he got to shield him. He got a lot of security guards around him, and he's in the limelight and stuff like that. But in certain situations, he wouldn't be acting like that.
Do you like him as a fighter though?
Yeah, he's a damn good fighter.
Yeah.
But like his core personality and his ways.
Putting size and skill aside, there is another factor that makes this fight possible. The rivalry between them is genuine.
When people, what I got from that is he's a hater. You don't know me as a person. Let's say you don't like me. Like, you don't know me. Like, you feel me? And I don't give a fuck. If everybody in the crew, I mean, what?
Same question for you, proud father.
This all began not with rankings or boxing politics, but with Tank speaking his mind. He claimed he could beat Crawford if he moved up in weight, showing no respect, just confidence, and maybe a touch of arrogance.
47, how does a fight with you and Terence Crawford look?
147? I tap that trend, you know he going to sleep.
I already know. I already know he
ain't
is.
got no chance.
I already know he is.
You said no chance.
I got round 5.
Got round 6.
At first, Bud ignored it and even laughed it off, but everything changed at the Ring magazine gala. Crawford was there in the spotlight, while Tank was completely absent, not even invited. And when reporters asked Bud about the situation, he gave a straight, honest answer, without holding anything back. He made it clear that Tank has not reached the top tier, yet that while Tank is skilled, he hasn't proven himself to be truly great. That's when the tension escalated. Tank responded by claiming Crawford is only after money. Of course, Crawford is earning big, and no one can fault him for that. It's a legitimate way to run a career.
Gervonta Davis say you need the money.
Shit.
What's going on with you and Gervonta?
If I'm a boxer, he a boxer, you a boxer, we all need the money.
I ain't doing it for free.
But Tank went further. He got personal and brought up Bud's family. And that was the turning point. Crawford didn't just feel offended, he sharpened his focus.
If we was to fight right now on the streets, I'll break your fucking neck. And that's on my kids. And you know it, I know it, and the whole world know it. And I'm not talking about no fighting in the ring. If me and you was to fight outside, I will break your neck.
Then Floyd Mayweather got involved and things turned petty when Tank went personal. Crawford responded by teaming up with someone Tank has a history with. Floyd Mayweather. Floyd and Tank were once close mentor and promoter, a big brother figure. But over time, their bond fell apart.
I remember first hearing an issue between Floyd and Gervonta before Gervonta fought Pedraza. And the issue I heard was that Floyd didn't want Gervonta to stay in Baltimore because he felt there was too many distractions for him in Baltimore, and he wanted to stay in Vegas. And the story I was told at that time was that Floyd gave Gervonta one of his penthouses or one of his apartments in the Palms Hotel, and he said, "This is your apartment. I'll furnish it for you." He got him a Jeep. At the time, Gervonta was not a world champion. He got him like a Jeep, a 4x4. You know, he basically said, "I'll make it comfortable for you. I don't want you to go to Baltimore. I want you to stay here. I don't think Baltimore is a place for you," you know? And what I was told was Gervonta sold all the furniture, sold the Jeep, and went back to Baltimore and bought a Benz. You know, with that's what I was real. That's what I was told at the time.
The public attacks followed. The situation got complicated, and now Tank and Floyd cannot even be in the same room. So when Bud aligned with Floyd, it wasn't just a smart move; it was also a personal act of payback.
Gotta do that.
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub? Like he was subbing you? Like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I feel like y'all got, I would say love hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him, and I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of this
deal. He don't know about that yet, but that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing
this
it.
Exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Tank, no cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
Floyd spoke up for Crawford when asked about Tank's remarks. He emphasized that bringing family into the conversation is over the line.
There was some kind of crazy trash talk with Gervonta and Terence Crawford recently. And one of the things that I've always kind of noticed is most of the time, one of the things that's kind of off limits is families. Like you usually don't.
Yes. I know where you're going with this.
Yeah, and so I wanted to kind of understand what your thoughts was about like some of those comments that was made. I think it was about Terence's wife. What, like in your mind, where? Because obviously, like you've been in this sport.
I think Terence Crawford right now in the sport of boxing is the pound for pound best fighter in the sport of boxing right now. It's good to see him in the position that he's in. I think he has a beautiful family. I think he has a beautiful wife, a beautiful queen, a black queen. And there's nothing better than a black woman in this world. That's just my opinion. We all entitled to our opinion. And I think just in the sport of boxing right now, I think we need to start sticking more together.
But Bud isn't letting Tank off easy. In fact, he made it clear that anyone who wants a fight with him must face Keshin Davis first. And Keshin isn't just an easy opponent. He is skilled, quick, and fearless, making him a serious challenge.
Davis Keyshawn, this new guy, he's 140 pounds. He's not bad.
Yeah.
Keyshawn Davis. That's him right there, isn't it?
Ooh, no, I thought he was.
Ooh, there we go right here.
Oh, yeah.
He's a young guy.
Nice combination.
He's quick.
Good. Yeah.
Ooh. It's a harder puncher.
And on top of that, Keshin has his own issues with Tank. They've clashed on social media, creating real tension and a history between them.
Davis Keyshawn, this new guy, he's 140 pounds. He's not bad.
Yeah.
Keyshawn Davis. That's him right there, isn't it?
Ooh, no, I thought he was.
Ooh, there we go right here.
Oh, yeah.
He's a young guy.
Nice combination.
He's quick.
Good. Yeah.
Ooh. It's a harder puncher.
Not to mention, Keshin has made it very clear that Tank is the opponent he wants, no matter what. Most fighters hesitate before stepping into the ring with someone like Tank. But Keshin is different. He would face Tank tomorrow if given the chance, and he senses weakness because Tank's last fight didn't impress. Most expected him to dominate Lamont Roach, but instead the bout went the distance. It was messy and close. Many fans left thinking Roach deserved the win. In round 9, Tank even took a knee there. Referee didn't count it, but if he had, Roach would have taken the victory.
Oh, and that right, but Davis took off some of the steam of the punch, but still, Roach leaned with right.
He took a knee.
He took a knee. What is he doing?
He forgot his... It's got to be a knock.
What in the world is happening?
Took a knee. He's got to count.
I understand. You take a knee like that, that looks like a knockdown. All right? Back up.
The draw kept Tank from losing, but it revealed problems. He appeared slower and less powerful. His timing was off, and by round 6, he was showing clear signs of fatigue.
Honestly, I thought I should have won without that being counted a knockdown. Look, I ain't the ref. I ain't really, you know what I'm saying? Like, if he had to wipe sweat out his eye, he had to wipe sweat out his eye. But the rules do state, if you voluntarily take a knee, then that's an automatic 8 count. But it is what it is. I wasn't relying on that. I was relying on what I was doing in there. I think I was taking control. I think I was landing more shots. I think I was landing more power shots. And I thought I was doing my thing. So I'm not really that frustrated about that. But if that was kind of a knockdown, I would win the majority decision.
That version of Tank wouldn't stand a chance against, but he might struggle just to get past Keshin. Still, imagine Tank fixes his mistakes and wins convincingly against Keshin Davis. Now imagine Crawford shocks everyone and defeats Canelo, then we would be looking at a true fight of the decade. Gervonta Davis facing Terence Crawford, two completely different styles colliding, speed against accuracy, power against intelligence, legacy against drive.
One thing I can say about Tank is he's smart. He can box and he explosive. I see that being Shakur's toughest fight because of the power.
Who the most powerful out of them three?
Tank, hands down.
Okay.
Everybody know Tank punching.
The size difference would still play a role. Tank would need to come in heavier without losing the speed and power that make him dangerous. Crawford would have to manage his weight carefully, whether cutting from 154 or staying light to maintain his advantage. The psychological battle would be intense. Floyd in the background, press conferences heating up and fans following every moment. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a new upload, and share your thoughts in the comments. We'll see you in the next video.